Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever felt like you're just not the right person for the job? Like everyone else is bigger, stronger, or more qualified than you? Well, today we're diving into an incredible story about a young boy who was completely overlooked, yet destined for greatness. We're talking about the story of how David, a humble shepherd, was chosen to be the next king of Israel. It is a story that shows us that what's on the inside matters far more than what people see on the outside. So grab a seat, and let's get into it. Our story begins with Israel's first king, a man named Saul. Saul was tall, handsome, and looked every bit the part of a king. The people had chosen him, and he seemed like the perfect leader. But over time, King Saul started to disobey God. He became proud and made choices based on his own fears and desires rather than following divine instructions. One major incident involved him offering a sacrifice he wasn't supposed to, and another time he spared an enemy king and the best of their livestock when he was told to destroy everything. Because of his repeated disobedience, God told the prophet Samuel that he had rejected Saul as king and would choose a new one, a man after his own heart. This must have been heartbreaking for Samuel. He had anointed Saul and had high hopes for him. But God's plan was already in motion. God sent Samuel on a secret mission to the town of Bethlehem, to the house of a man named Jesse. He told Samuel, "I have chosen one of his sons to be king." So, Samuel, carrying a horn of anointing oil, traveled to Bethlehem. When he arrived, the town elders were nervous. Prophets didn't just show up for no reason. It usually meant big news, good or bad. Samuel reassured them he came in peace and invited Jesse and his sons to a special sacrificial feast. When Jesse and his sons arrived, Samuel's eyes immediately fell on the oldest, Eliab. Eliab was tall and impressive, just like Saul had been. Samuel thought to himself, "Surely, this is the one. He looks like a king." But God spoke to Samuel's heart, saying, "Do not look at his appearance or his height, for I have rejected him. The Lord does not see as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." This is one of the most powerful lessons in this entire story. Our human standards of what makes a great leader looks, strength, charisma are not what God prioritizes. He's looking for a pure heart, humility, and faithfulness. So, one by one, Jesse presented his sons to Samuel. After Eliab came Abinadab. Samuel shook his head. "The Lord has not chosen this one either." Then came Shammah. Again, same answer. In total, Jesse brought 7 of his sons before the prophet. And for each one, the answer was no. Samuel was baffled. He turned to Jesse and asked, "Are these all the sons you have?" Jesse replied almost as an afterthought, "Well, there is still the youngest. He's out tending the sheep." He didn't even mention his name at first. This was David. He was so young and considered so unimportant that he was even invited to the special ceremony with the famous prophet. He was left in the fields, doing the dirty, lonely work of a shepherd. But Samuel insisted, "Send for him. We will not sit down to eat until he arrives." So, a messenger was sent to fetch David from the pastures. Imagine the scene. This young boy, probably a teenager, smelling of sheep and the outdoors, is brought into a room full of his older, stronger brothers and the revered prophet Samuel. The Bible describes him as glowing with health and having a fine appearance and handsome features. But it was something deeper that God saw. As soon as David walked in, the Lord said to Samuel, "Rise and anoint him. This is the one." Without hesitation, Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed David right there in front of all his brothers. In that moment, the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon David, and it would remain with him from that day on. Can you imagine the shock in that room? His brothers, who likely teased him or saw him as just their kid brother, witnessed him being chosen for the highest office in the land. This anointing didn't make him king instantly, though. Saul was still on the throne, and David's journey to actually becoming king would be long and filled with immense challenges. He would have to face a giant, serve in Saul's court, become a celebrated military hero, and then be hunted as a fugitive by a jealous and paranoid King Saul. But this moment, this secret anointing in Bethlehem, was the turning point. It was the divine appointment that set his destiny in motion. David returned to his flock of sheep after the ceremony, but he was a changed man. He was the future king of Israel, chosen not for his status, his age, or his strength in the eyes of men, but for the condition of his heart. While he was out in the fields, alone with the sheep, he was cultivating a deep, personal relationship with God. He was learning courage by defending his flock from lions and bears. He was learning leadership by caring for the helpless animals under his charge. He was developing a heart of worship, writing psalms and songs to God. All those unimportant moments were actually his training ground. This story is so powerful because it reminds us that our value isn't determined by public opinion or our position in the family or workplace. God often chooses the unlikely, the overlooked, and the humble to accomplish his greatest purposes. He sees the potential, the character, and the faithfulness that others miss. David's story is a testament to the fact that what you do in secret, when no one is watching, matters. Your integrity, your private worship, your faithfulness in the small and seen tasks, that's what builds the character of a king. God was preparing David long before Samuel ever showed up with that horn of oil. So, the next time you feel small, underestimated, or stuck in a role that seems insignificant, remember David. Your field, whether it's your current job, your studies, or your role at home, might just be your training ground for something greater than you can imagine. Keep your heart right. Stay faithful in the little things. And trust that the one who sees the heart knows exactly who you are and what you are destined to become. David's journey from the pasture to the palace began with a simple act of obedience by a prophet and a divine choice based not on what they could see but on the unseen qualities of the heart. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this story encouraged you as much as it encourages me every time I read it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this one. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments below what part of David's story inspires you the most. Until next time, stay blessed.